sometimes AI amazes me, and sometimes AI amazes me. I don't know.
It's weird. It's a very double-sided blade.
Yeah.
All right, we ready?
Yep.
All right, bet. Welcome to the Put Over Podcast, where we always get a pop. I'm Michael.
I'm Andre.
And today we're reacting to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown, giving you Elimination Chamber predictions and talking about everything in between. So let's start it off with some Elimination Chamber predictions.
Let me throw in there before we get started this podcast, like, comment, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell so that you know when we drop next episodes. And yeah, man, I'm ready to get into this Elimination Chamber because this has the potential to either be a really good card or a card that can really piss me off.
Yep. All right, so let's start it off. This isn't really a match, but we're going to talk about Cody Rhodes and The Rock. Rock comes out on SmackDown. He tells Cody, "I want your soul."
Craziest shit I've seen.
Keep in mind,
all time craziest shit I've seen.
I love WWE. This is grown men and women play fighting in underwear, and he's talking about, "I want your soul." What are we doing? What? It just does not make sense to me. So,
bro, I'm so here for it because and it really pisses me off that people on the internet still found a way to bash it. I'm like, bro, this is what wrestling needs, bro.
Yeah,
like, we need the shit back because it's not supposed to make sense. It's genuinely like the storylines are cool, but sometimes shit just does not need to make sense. And that was the most amazing segment because it was, for it being so ridiculous. Like, if you really like watch the segment, it's very nerve-wracking as well. Like, just from like if you're stepping out of the fact that it's like wrestling, it's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like the Rock slipping in and out of this, like, not political figure but business figure into this kind of like sociopathic figure is kind of interesting to watch.
Yeah. I mean,
I just wish that he would continue it outside, like during the press conferences as well.
Yeah, it's kind of the going back and forth between like good guy Rock wanting to be liked by the people and this character of the boss, untouchable bad guy kind of thing.
Yeah.
It kind of throws me off. Obviously we can get into it, but my whole issue with that was The Rock. His last few promos, it's been him saying the same stuff over and over again. It's, "Oh, Cody, we're friends." He threw in our moms are friends. Like, cool. That is pretty cool. I was laughing at that, I won't lie. But I don't know. The whole, like, The Rock has, like, I could say I got into this sport because of The Rock at WrestleMania 28. Granted, he's not my favorite of all time. I don't even know if he's in my top 10, if I'm being completely honest with you. But as of late, just his promo work and character work, I'm just not liking it. And what really sold it for me was that one NXT promo. He came in, no script. They said, "Rock, here's a mic, do whatever you want." That might be the worst promo I've ever heard in my life. I would rather watch Alexa Bliss and Bayley "This Is Your Life" segment 5 times over than that promo again. I cannot believe what that promo was. It was trash.
Yeah, the thing about The Rock is, I think we forget he's not supposed to be a character that doesn't have a script. I think he works better with a script.
100%.
Yeah, I don't think he's never really been like, from my knowledge, he's never been someone who's not needed a script. He's never been on that microphone level. Like, if you look at all his promos, they were all scripted. Like, when they weren't scripted, like the one time he didn't script, or he got cooked. He got cooked by John Cena for having his script on his wrist. That's why he really stopped using scripts. Like, if you really want to get into it. But I think it's so unbalanced right now that you can actually use that, because I think it was weird that his first appearance after WrestleMania 40, he was like good guy Rock again. I didn't understand that. But if you play it up as him being a political figure, in the sense that, yeah, he's the final boss, but he also needs the company to do well at the same time. There is somewhere to go with it, and I think that's the funniest part about all of this, is that as bad as some of it is, there's still something to work with.
Sure.
And I think they really need to lean into that sociopathic side of The Rock, like, because I enjoyed when Cody was in the ring. I enjoyed the flip flop between The Rock trying to appease Cody and appease the fans, and then also snapping on the fans. I feel like that was a nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they just need to. He needs to pick a direction and go. Because when he was doing the promos on Twitter, like, those were elite. Those were elite promos.
100%. 100%. It's. I
So
will
if
say.
he
Sorry. No, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I just think I was just more repeating myself. Like, I think if he really leans into that sociopathic flipping back and forth, not necessarily to like an extreme degree, but just enough to be unnerving, I think he can actually do something with it.
So, have you ever watched The Boys? Out of curiosity.
Yes.
So, I'm sure you've seen this as well. There's so much talk about Cody being Homelander, everything like that. That's what I see The Rock as right now, like Homelander, like season 1. To all the people, he's playing it off. He's a good guy, everything like that. But then when it's just him, you really see down to the intent. And like we still do see some shades of that in The Rock. We see some of it in Cody as well, which I do really like. They're definitely teasing it. But so I'm gonna bring this up, and this might be an uncomfortable conversation, but when we look at The Rock and we look at Hulk Hogan, you can strip away the controversy from Hulk Hogan. I'm just talking about character and politics back strictly wrestling. I don't think they're that different. Truthfully, they're walking, talking catchphrases who think their word is God. This is what I mean by that. WCW, Hulk Hogan comes in, I want the world title. Drops the world title, Hogan has it, just like that. You fast forward a decade later or so, 2013, the current WWE champion, CM Punk, longest reign of that era. Rock comes back, says, I want the belt, takes it off of him. Just like that. Poof, done. Drops it to Cena for no reason. No one needed to see that match again. That was Punk's main event to have, in my opinion. That's what I believe. I think Punk and Cena should have been the main event of Mania 29. However, the way I kind of see it is The Rock, this is what that NXT promo showed me. The Rock with no script is nothing but glorified catchphrases. He's better in the ring than Hulk Hogan. I'll give him all the credit on that. Great in the ring. But I see way too many similarities. Your walking, talking catchphrase who only wants to benefit themselves. Everything like that. Even last year, he wanted to fight Roman and take the belt off of him. How would you have felt if you saw that?
You don't want to know what I think.
Yeah.
I would have been game for it. I'm all for. I would have been all for it as long as it wasn't a long reign. Like I think the Rock. I mean, Rock beating Roman. Woo. Like I would have just more liked to get a Rock Roman match out of it. The finish wouldn't really have mattered to me as long as it made sense. Mm-hmm. As long as it wasn't a long reign, because he's a part timer. So like, cool, you wanted Mania, drop it in a month. You know what I'm saying?
I could be very wrong on this, but I want to say Rock said he was going to beat Roman and hold it until SummerSlam and then drop it back to him.
No.
That's
fuck
ridiculous.
No. I wasn't dealing with that from not. And the thing is, not electrifying Rock. I think Final Boss Rock would be more interesting as a title holder, but the Rock coming in before transitioning to the Final Boss, I don't think I would have liked to see that long of a reign from the Rock in that character. To your Hulk Hogan point, that's not a bad comparison. That's not really an uncomfortable conversation. I mean, it's kind of more of a fact. I think the Rock's better in ring. And there's a reason The Rock arguably succeeded more outside of the ring than Hulk Hogan. Mm-hmm. But no, I'm not mad at that comparison at all. I'm like, you got a point. Like, I'm not gonna cape for him. I'm not gonna put on my Superman cape and cape for The Rock, especially not for the 2013 thing, because and you know what's so interesting looking back on that 2013 situation is they were hating on that new World Heavyweight Championship design, and I really liked it. Like I didn't get the hate behind it.
Yeah.
Like, because the one before it was the scratch logo, right? That was the one before it. Because the 2013,
there was the spinner. Rock won it as the spinner, and then he transitioned it because you remember they made the WWE
and that's so
Network.
Crazy to say. Yeah, and that's so crazy to say because people were shitting on the spinner when it dropped too. Like I don't like. That's why I don't get a lot of that. But
if the spinner didn't spin, oh my god! If the spinner belt didn't spin, that might be my favorite WWE title design. I don't care if that's a hot take. It's that and the Winged Eagle 1 and 2. If it didn't spin.
No, I feel that. Gosh. I think my favorite championship design or world championship design, I really like the Undisputed Championship design. I think that's probably my favorite.
Straight black and gold like Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the Undisputed one. Yeah, but nah, that I have no problems with that comparison. Somebody will probably find somewhere to nitpick it, but I don't really have any nitpicking for that. I think the difference being is that WCW was a poorly ran company.
I agree.
Regardless of what you think about or what we think and what we know about Vince McMahon, in 2013, the company had its problems, yeah, but to the outsider looking in, it was that company wasn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only difference, because I don't think Vince makes that decision if he thinks it's bad for business. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah. No, that's fair. That I could agree with that. But so moving on now.
Not for Vince either.
No, we hate Vince here. We hate Vince. So talking about the segment, do we think Cody's going to sell his soul to The Rock? And if not, who does? That's the big question.
I hope so. It would be so refreshing for Cody to turn, because I don't think face Cody drops the belt, or at least not complete face Cody. Like, the only way Cody drops this belt is A, if he goes heel, or B, if he continues to lose himself and like has a lapse in judgment, then turns heel after he loses the belt. So I think I want him to sell out. I personally want him to sell out, because then that opens the door for a CM Punk. That opens the door for a John Cena. You know what I'm saying? To get that match at WrestleMania and maybe win.
So this all really comes down to who wins the Chamber and faces Cody. I think if he is going to turn heel, I think it is going to be if CM Punk's winning the Chamber. If he isn't, I think Cena's going to win the Chamber. So what I would, obviously I'm not in charge, but what I would do is I would have Cody say no to The Rock. The Rock recruits Cena, because he was already talking about doing what's best for business, everything like that. It's teed up right there. Cena gets his 17th title, everything like that. So you get to Mania, it's Cody against John. You run a WrestleMania 17, Rock comes out, they both turn on Cena. Cody sells his soul, wins the belt in the main event, screwing over Cena's 17th attempt. That's what I think would be one of the best stories of all time. And I would love to see it.
But yes, but no. Because in a main event of WrestleMania, the last thing I want to see... I can't even say that, because the WrestleMania 39 main event was pretty cool. But that was a little bit different because it was interference from both sides.
Sure.
But I don't think I'd want to see a finish like that.
Sure.
At Mania.
That's fair, but I'm gonna say, isn't that the point? No one wants to see that to end Mania. You get the arguably the biggest face of all time getting screwed over when you thought he was the bad guy. For me personally, like if it's like a Rock comes out to help Cena and they just jump him, beat him with a chair or something, I would lose my mind at that. Cody comes out on Monday Night Raw. He's got the dark hair. Oh,
I'll do you one better. Because I know this is your boy. Cody Rhodes sells his soul. No, doesn't sell his soul to The Rock. Tells The Rock to go sit on a pine cone somewhere. CM Punk ends up, we got John Cena and CM Punk to end the Chamber off, right? The last two men. All of a sudden, The Rock shows up. Boom. It's like, boom. And then he fucks over Cena, right? Fucks over Cena.
Oh my god.
And then CM Punk. CM Punk being the corporate guy would be such a twist. Oh, for someone who's who's always been against the system, CM Punk being the corporate guy for once would be amazing, and it would all tie in because if you think back to when he first showed up on Raw, what did he say to the camera? He said, "I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money." That would be the ultimate tie-in to just a crazy storyline. And then out of that, CM Punk versus Cody for the title, corporate Punk versus Cody for the title, because especially if CM Punk does it to his face. CM Punk said, "I wasn't going to stab you in your back. I was going to do it to your face." So that would be perfect as well. And I think then we get John Cena versus The Rock 3. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I don't think we want to see that though.
Over Rock Roman?
I don't think Rock Roman's gonna happen.
Like at all? Like ever?
Not this Mania. I don't know what Roman's gonna do.
I
think what Roman's gonna do is gonna depend on what CM Punk's favor is. That's gonna be the real because Roman's not sitting out this WrestleMania, so he's either A, fighting Seth Rollins, or B, fighting Drew McIntyre. And I could see Paul Heyman's or CM Punk's favor to Paul Heyman being, "Yo, get Roman to take out Seth Rollins in the chamber."
I could see that
because
as well.
Roman Reigns still does owe CM Punk, or not CM Punk, Seth Rollins a lick back for that double-footed stomp in the Rumble. So there's a lot of story there.
That is true. I mean, back on what you said about Punk, I'm not going to lie, I don't want to see it, but I can't admit you cooked. You absolutely cooked with Punk.
That would be a hell of a twist. Oh my goodness.
It would be. But oh my gosh. I don't know if I could buy Punk as the corporate guy, but I feel like that also plays into it. I don't think anyone really could.
Yeah, because CM Punk going corporate doesn't mean CM Punk has to show up in a suit. Like, CM Punk going corporate just means, like, at least the way I see CM Punk as corporate is CM Punk basically can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like,
sure.
Like that's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like CM Punk has already been doing that, but now he has the upper management leeway, so that Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce really can't say anything to CM Punk doing anything.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, that could be cool. I could for sure see that. I don't know. I feel like Cody's gonna say no, but I just feel like a double turn. But at the same time, I could see Drew selling out because he's been fucked over time and time again, even by CM Punk. So I think him selling out. But at the same time, I could see Seth selling out. How the fuck?
No, it's not gonna be Seth. I don't think we're gonna run down that story again because we saw it in 2014, then we saw it in 2017. Then I don't think we need that again. I don't think corporate Seth Rollins happens again. I think Seth Rollins is a character that once he's on a path, he's going to stay on that path.
Sure.
Like when he switched up, he stayed authority, and then but then again, Seth Rollins reminds me of Edge, like in the opportunist way.
Yup.
There's so many different. See, there's too much going into Mania. There's way too much going on.
Not in a million years do I think this would happen. What if Randy comes back and he's the corporate figure? He just gets he gets entered into the Elimination Chamber and wins. Cody versus Randy at Mania.
I think people would be very mixed feelings about that.
I would just straight heel Orton.
Ooh. Yeah, I know that would be very mixed feelings, like very, because like on one hand, Randy Orton's back and he's fucking people up, but on the other hand, come on, bruh.
You're telling me you're not gonna pop if Orton comes out? He's revealed as the Authority member.
I'm popping regardless.
He comes out with a fully shaved head.
Oh. No, I'm probably gonna hide under my covers if Randy shows up with a bald head. Yeah, he might jump through the TV. I don't know what he's getting ready to do.
That's on some ring shit, man. I don't know.
Randy Orton with a bald head is a dangerous individual. He might be top 3 dangerous individuals of all time.
I'd agree. So when we're talking about obviously who's gonna sell their soul. Who needs it the most? Do you feel like?
I think Cena's the most desperate.
But I'm like character wise. Obviously, like Cena is desperate. It could play into it, but like who just needs a little like boost? Do you think? Because like Cody has gotten a little stale as champion. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that. Seth is also kind of just floating around ever since he lost to Punk. Drew's losing to roll ups by Jimmy Uso.
As he should. Big Jim, never the little one.
Yeah.
But I think it's a 3-way tie. I think you're looking between Cody, Drew, and Punk. Between who could use the boost. I think CM Punk, as always, being a great character, a controversial figure, not necessarily controversial, but polarizing figure.
Sure.
He's CM Punk, but let's give him a little bit more depth. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I want to make CM Punk character work. Like I feel like we've seen him a lot as just CM Punk, like from 2010 to 2014 before he left.
So you think like the honeymoon phase is over for Punk coming back? Like he needs to do something different?
Yeah, because if we're not getting Punk in title matches, what are we really doing?
It's a great point. That is a very good point. So, like, we're still talking about the Chamber. Who wins? And what matches get set up throughout?
You don't want to know what I think.
No, I'm curious. We got the podcast, man. I got to hear it.
Punk and Logan for Mania is going to get set up through the Chamber. I think Logan Paul is going to do the same thing. He's going to get eliminated, and then he's going to cost Punk. I think Seth Rollins gets screwed over by Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
I think Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest take each other out.
Oh my
John
God.
Cena's the only person in here without actual beef with somebody. He's really just walking in. He has historic beef. Like he has historic beef with CM Punk, historic beef with Seth Rollins. I don't know if he had beef with Drew McIntyre previously, but
no, Drew just called him out on social media, like literally today. This is filmed for context on Tuesday the 25th.
Yeah,
So
we're
literally
missing out on Stephanie Vaquer and the Hardy Boys for this. So y'all better like this up.
Yeah, we're sacrificing right now.
But yeah, nah. I think that's really John Cena's the only person. Yeah, he's the only person without active beef right now.
Sure, I feel like it makes the most sense for Cena to win, especially because Cody was saying Cena's everything he wants to be. I think you have if like I don't know what Randy's doing. I hope it's not him and KO at Mania. Like they both deserve to do more than that. It's gonna be rushed.
That's what it's gonna be though, because Randy Orton knows him back for that power driver. That Punk kick is coming beautiful.
Yeah, but like I don't know. We'll get into what Kevin Owens is gonna do, but I mean I guess we could just do that right now. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. You think Randy Orton gets involved?
Oh yeah, because Kevin Owens is about to beat the brakes off of Sami Zayn. It's not even gonna be funny. I think we're gonna see what we usually see between these two.
Sure. Scale 1 to 10. How brutal do we think this match gets? 10 being like a Jon Moxley CZW match. 1 being like a Eva Marie match. I don't know.
That was a crazy stray.
She deserves it.
I'm about to get so off topic for like 5 seconds because I just remember that moment in time where Eva Marie was like, they kept showing the vignettes of her debuting on SmackDown, and then she debuted on SmackDown, and then she had the wardrobe malfunction and the match got canceled. I think about that from time to time.
The only thing worse than that, her and Giovanni Da Vinci, hand in hand. Like what? Yeah. Like it's what are we doing? Why are you like no disrespect, I'm sure they're great people, but like character wise or booking wise, maybe the worst ideas I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just don't Giovanni Vinci, like people are like as the internet wrestling community does, are gonna complain that Giovanni Vinci deserved a spot and he could have been United States champion, could have been Intercontinental champion, all this. He just didn't have the look, and that's just what it is. Sadly.
I wouldn't agree with that. Well, no, I don't think he has the look. I'm just saying, like, if someone said he could have been mid-card champion, but why? I don't get why they kicked him out. Why are him and Ludwig could easily be tag team champions? They could have taken it off the Judgment Day.
Him and Ludwig were beefing. Like, I think something happened. Yeah, something happened. I think Giovanni. Let me look this up before I start spewing.
Did Giovanni want it to be Tiffy time for him or some shit?
I think so.
No way.
I think. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
It was actually over Tiffy.
That's what I've seen. I don't know how true it is, so don't quote me. But that's what I've seen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. I can't find the article exactly, so hopefully I'm wrong. Oh yes, there is a rumor that Giovanni Vinci's defeats are due to punishment from WWE because he tried to flirt with Tiffany Stratton. Which, why do you do that?
Well, we know why he did it. Like, we have eyeballs. Let's keep it a stack, but bro code.
Yeah,
you know
that's literally your tag team partner.
You're in the biggest sports entertainment company in the world, and that's how you throw it away by hitting on his girl.
Like, you knew they were dating.
Man, I don't. That's ridiculous to me. But going back to KO and Sammy, who do we think wins? We think KO.
Oh yeah, Kevin Owens is going to destroy Sami Zayn. But Randy Orton's gonna. Oh, actually, you know what? I take it back. I think Sammy's gonna win because of Randy Orton.
I could see that as well. I think it would be a shame for Randy Orton to not make his presence felt in that match, because they're gonna force him into a Mania build. I feel like it's just gonna be way too short, and it's not gonna be like a thorough enough story. I know him and KO have been doing their thing, but just like. I just feel like it needs more than like a 4-week build or something like that.
Yeah.
But speaking of people who haven't been on TV in a while, Jade Cargill, Naomi and Bianca lost the tag titles. About time. Now they can focus on this story. Where do we see it going?
Naomi and Jade are gonna open up WrestleMania Night 1 with a match. I think Naomi's gonna be revealed as the attacker. Because I'm jumping ahead, but I think Bianca's going to win the Chamber. And honestly, this might not be crazy to say. I think we might be looking at Bianca versus Io at WrestleMania possibly. Like, granted, I know that's Rhea Ripley, but because the last time Bianca and Io have been getting in the ring, they've been putting on banger matches. I don't see a reason to stray from that going into the biggest show of the year. But I do think if any, at minimum, it's going to be a triple threat match between Bianca, Io, and Rhea. So I think Naomi's going to have to fight Jade, and Naomi's not going over.
See, I would have disagreed with that prior to Liv and Raquel winning the tag titles. But now that you're saying that, it does make a lot of sense. I think Rhea versus Bianca versus Io, dream match. You know, like, that would be so insane.
But what I also think they could fuck up is where I think they're gonna fuck up is I think they're going to put Io in the tag match against Liv and Raquel with either Dakota or if Kyrie comes back or if fingers crossed Asuka comes back. I could see that being the direction as well, which would be annoying, but. As long as Io's on the card, I really don't care.
What would you have, in an ideal world, what would you have Liv and Raquel do at Mania with the tag belts? Because they need to be defended. I feel like they just don't get the recognition they deserve. Like, what is the team? Or do you think it would be like a fatal 4-way triple threat situation?
If it's gonna be a team, I would not be mad at Chelsea and Piper against Liv and Raquel at Mania if they don't have Chelsea retain her or keep her title.
Mm-hmm.
But also after watching SmackDown, I think Chelsea might be defending her title at Chamber as well against the unknown opponent because it seemed like that's the direction Nick Aldis was going.
I don't know who's that going to be. I feel like it's got to be a call up. Like, could it be like a Cora Jade?
Stephanie Vaquer. Now let me stop. You said what?
Cora Jade? She's not doing anything right now.
God, I hope not.
You're not big on Cora?
She's cool, but not to take the title off of Chelsea. I'm so sorry.
Sure. I don't know. I feel like Liv and Raquel, they would have a phenomenal rivalry if because they haven't done anything. And we were talking about this last episode. We literally have this short on it. The Wyatt Six, Alexa and Nikki. Put them back together. Because they got to do something with that group.
Then it has to start the Monday after Chamber. It cannot start any less.
Yeah.
Because
it could start at the Chamber as well. Lives in there.
Yeah. Ooh,
and Alexa's in there. Yeah. Let's tee it up.
All right. Well, because it has to start. It has to start now. Because if you want us to care about those titles, you have to give us a story. And I think that's the one thing that the tag titles were lacking this entire time is a actual story. Like they put a title on Bianca and Jade just to put a title on Bianca and Jade because they weren't ready to put Bianca back in the world title picture because Jade. I don't think they thought Jade was ready to go into singles competition yet.
Sure. Yeah. No, I mean, I could see that. That makes a lot of sense. So
yeah, they got to lock in, bro.
We got Bianca for the women's chamber. Do we think any kind of storyline develops throughout there? Like we talked about the possibility of Alexa and Liv Morgan, that tag match. Do we think maybe a possible Bayley versus Roxanne Perez one-on-one match at Mania?
Yeah, because I don't think it's gonna happen at Mania. If anything, it might happen at Takeover or Stand and Deliver. Sorry, I'm still stuck in 2016. But yeah, no, because Bayley and Roxanne Perez have been beefing on SmackDown anyway. Not SmackDown, god damn it, on NXT. So I think that's going to be the thing that takes those two out. Jade's gonna take Naomi out, and here's where I think the Wyatt Six get involved. I think they're gonna try to get Raquel into the chamber to help Morgan. And I think the Wyatt Six are going to run interference.
I would love that. That I feel like when's the last time they were on TV? Out of curiosity,
bro, I have no idea.
I feel like they've been on Netflix once, maybe, and then I know they went to SmackDown, but I haven't seen them.
They were on Netflix.
Yeah, that's it's bad. It's really bad. Yeah. But they got to redeem it. So, all right. So we talked about KO, men's chamber, women's chamber. Everyone's favorite match of the night, the one everyone's looking the most forward to. Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus against Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. How are we feeling?
I absolutely despise this match for Tiffany Stratton.
I agree.
Like there's no reason for her to even have this match going in to Chamber. Especially when they signed Becky Lynch back, and they could have. Granted, the last time they fought, they were on opposite sides, but just bring Becky back for that match. I think this whole Mania build for Tiffany Stratton is just a wash. I think they're doing it the wrong way, I'm just gonna flow right into what I wanted to talk about regarding that, because they're trying to build Tiffany Stratton as a babyface, and they don't need to do that. Just let her be Tiffany Stratton.
I hate it.
That's why everybody was over on her in the first place.
They got to make her a brat. That was her whole thing, and it was great. It was awesome.
Because babyface Tiffany Stratton sounds scared when she picks up a microphone.
Yeah.
And I need her to be heel Tiffany Stratton, not heel Tiffany Stratton, but I need her to have some shit to her. Don't be a pushover.
It's I'm sitting here thinking about it on why they would make. Well, I think two of arguably their biggest women's stars should both be heel, and that's Rhea and Tiffany. They're perfect heels. It's granted Rhea can work as a babyface, and Tiffany can work as a babyface, but it's like Seth Rollins or Randy Orton. You can be a face, but you're way better as a heel, like a million times better. And
Tiffany can still be a babyface while being heel Tiffany Stratton because nobody likes Charlotte.
Yeah,
there's a reason she got cheered when she entered the Royal Rumble, but when everybody realized she was gonna win, I was at the event. We booed.
Yeah, it's honestly I think maybe whoever was booking it didn't factor in. They probably thought Charlotte was just gonna get cheered, honestly, and they thought maybe Tiffany could just stay heel in that feud, and if Charlotte was to take the belt off of her, big pop, everyone's happy. But people just do not want Charlotte to hold a title. If she never held the title again, I'd be perfectly fine with that.
I would never lose sleep again if Charlotte never held a title in WWE.
Like have her put over like an Io Sky, like, or have her put over a Roxanne Perez, like someone coming up.
She's not gonna put over Tiffany Stratton, and that's really gonna bother me.
It's if Tiffany if she taps out, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's almost worse than when she beat Asuka at Mania. I don't know.
That pissed me off, bro.
I don't know. That is bad.
It's kind of like Brock breaking the streak for fucking what? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god! Don't even get me started on that.
Fucking what? Like Charlotte winning the Royal Rumble for what?
Why has she won 2? Why does she need 2? Like, I guess she's Ric Flair's daughter. But like,
they're trying to force feed her to us as the GOAT, but don't nobody believe that.
No, I will never see her as the GOAT.
She's not even the best out of the 4 horsewomen, so like she's not the GOAT.
Where would you have her? Second?
Third? Fourth?
Third? Whoa! All right. I don't know about fourth. We know who 4 is. All due respect.
It depends on the day, for real. Tied third. How about that? That's where I got it.
That's fair, but Sasha's losing stock. A lot of stock.
That's not fair though. She's on a drowning ship.
that is true, but Naomi came back. You know what I mean? Plus Vince is gone. Like, what is like the women?
I think the thing is, at least I'm not speaking as if I know Sasha Banks / Mercedes Moné, but the way it looks to me, and the way she's being presented and packaged over on the other company, and I'm not talking trash about the other company, because I don't watch the product at all. Shout out Tony Storm.
Yup. Love Tony.
But she's being billed as the top. She's being billed as clear cut above everybody.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I don't think she'd get that in WWE. Because
that's a good point.
She returned. What year did she debut? When did she debut in AEW?
23. I feel 23 or 24. 23 or 24.
So 20. Let's say 23, right? For argument's sake.
Sure.
23 or no? Let's say 24. 24. Becky's still there. Sasha's been over Becky, but she's never been more over than Becky. She would have had to respect Charlotte. Not Charlotte. She would have had to respect Rhea Ripley. Mm-hmm. Charlotte was still there at the time. Bayley was still there at the time. Not saying Bayley's better. Mm-hmm. But I think Bayley's better technically. But I think Bayley's a really good wrestler. I think she just falls flat for me.
You finish because I'll talk about Bayley in a second. What I think.
Yeah, but I just don't think she had a place at the top where she wanted, because of everything that was like the women that were there at the time. Like, she would have definitely had to lose a couple times to Liv Morgan. I wouldn't have been happy to see it either. Yeah, I just don't. I
would have loved that.
She wouldn't have the star power she has now, relatively speaking.
Man, if she comes back, we could get Sasha versus Rhea, Sasha versus Io. Oh my gosh! But
Sasha's getting dogged out by Rhea.
100%, 100%. But
also bring back submission finishers. I'm not gonna lie, they took away the disarmor. Like, the figure eight's cool. Is it? It's she just bridges. Like, that's why I said cool. It's cool.
It's alright.
But the bank statement was fire.
I agree. I like that a lot.
The code of silence was fire. Shout out Carmella.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bring back submission finishers. But go ahead. You were getting ready to get on Bayley.
Okay. So when we're talking about the four horsewomen, this is a completely different debate if we go like back to like 2016 or 17 ish.
I
Somewhere
think 17's a good, yeah.
Somewhere in that ballpark. Bailey was a champion. You had the you had the four horsewomen, obviously. Like, they were the whole women's division, everything like that. Bailey wasn't even top 3 women's wrestlers in the company at that time because Alexa Bliss was better than her. If we really want to have that conversation, I'll give Bailey ring work. Alexa was miles better on the mic, but I think she's better than all the four horsewomen on the mic. That's just me.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Better on the mic, better character work. I'll give Bailey in ring. We're not gonna act like, I can't sit here and act like Alexa Bliss can't wrestle, especially now.
Yeah, no, it's not clear now. It's not.
Maybe at the time, she wasn't as good, but like I don't know. The way I see Bailey is ever since her heel turn was cool, but she's just not recognizable. They took away her theme, which everyone knew, and I'm not saying she had to keep that theme, but I'm saying they could have changed it into just something more monotone. It doesn't have to be all sunshine and rainbows, anything like that. Like, it could have been something that works, but it's still recognizable with Bailey. It's everything you think, like, if I'm thinking about, like, the all-time greats, your Stone Colds, your Shawn Michaels, your Undertakers, your Cenas. If I said what reminds you of John Cena from like a look standpoint, what would you say?
Look standpoint, Face Bailey was John Cena to me. That like with the colors and everything and the presentation.
Mm-hmm. Like, you think the colors, the armbands, everything like that.
Yeah.
So
Face Bailey was John Cena.
Yeah, no, I would agree. So when we're talking about Face Bailey, how would you describe her from like a physical point of view? Like how she looked, everything, like her music, everything like that.
I mean, she was cool. I didn't really. I wasn't moved.
I know I wasn't either, but it was recognizable, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
How
the wacky waving tube men? Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
Tell me right now, how does Bailey's theme song go?
Role model. That's all I know.
Yeah, that's it. The shittiest tagline of all time.
And Face Bailey probably had one of the best chants of all time for a wrestler.
The hell, we love you, Bailey.
Yeah, Bailey.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. But
yeah, no.
They fell into such a weird pattern. They turned her heel, and it was cool. Her and Sasha were like a great heel duo. I'm not gonna sit here and deny it. You turned her face.
They were a heel duo. That's actually crazy.
You turned her face, and she's the same. I'm not saying you have to give her like the hugger gimmick back, but you give her a new shitty theme song. Probably
she didn't change her gear either for.
No, I mean, she changed like her like hair, everything like that, and her hair's cool. I'll give her that. But you give her maybe the worst finisher I've ever seen in my life in pro wrestling.
Now, when we say gave her. Did they give her that finisher, or did she change her finisher?
If she chose that finisher, send her to AEW. I don't care. Swap her for Toni Storm or Thunder Rosa, or it does not matter. It doesn't matter. That's trash. That
Rose Plant is top 3 worst finishers I've ever seen in my life.
I'm not even trying to like be dramatic because I don't get me wrong. I don't have any like dislike towards Bailey. Bailey's cool. I think it's the worst finisher I've ever seen in my life. That's
why I have her and Charlotte tied third, because they were the only two that couldn't change their character and get over.
I don't know, but Charlotte didn't have to change her character. We don't like Charlotte. That should be her character. She needs to be snarky.
My whole problem with Charlotte was that she never changed her character. It was always just Charlotte Flair. I was like, dog, please give me something different.
Mm-hmm.
Like whereas watching Becky come in and being the steampunk girl with the gears on her head.
Yep.
Then transitioning into the man, to then transitioning into Becky 2 belts, to then transitioning into that Lady Gaga era she had, to then transitioning back to the man. Like, She could get over. Sasha Banks did a good job from going from heel to face, or face to heel, whichever way she went. Heel to face.
That was when
she was team bad because
she came back with the blue hair, right? I think when she came back as a heel. Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Yeah,
but I remember when she debuted on the main roster with Team Bad, and then when she became the boss Sasha Banks, like the face Sasha, and she was able to flip flop. The greats are able to flip flop.
She was so tough as a face. She was so tough. Oh my gosh! But no, for me, Becky's solidified as my number one. I don't think women's wrestling's ever as big as it is without Becky Lynch specifically.
Okay.
And I'm not going to sit here and say the Four Horsewomen didn't have anything to do with it, but when it comes to influence, I think Charlotte's at the bottom of that list solely for that takeover match with Sasha and Bayley. The first ever women's match to main event a pay-per-view, arguably a 5-star classic. Charlotte kind of reminds me of if we're doing the more I'm not going to talk about Trish and Lita. If we're talking about a more modernized women's Mount Rushmore,
she's Michelle McCool with some bop in it. That's who Charlotte is.
I could get with that. I would say she's a lot more athletic and better in the ring. She can't cut a promo though. This is kind of how I look at it. I see Charlotte on the women's modernized Mount Rushmore, kind of like LeBron on the NBA influence Mount Rushmore, because I think NBA influence Mount Rushmore, I would put Jordan, Steph, Kobe, and Allen Iverson. The women's...
Okay, that's a good... I was about to say, I didn't know where you were going now. I was waiting for you to say AI. I was like, hold up.
No, absolutely AI's on there. The women's modernized version, someone was probably want to argue for Nikki Bella. I'm not putting Nikki Bella on there. I'm saying it's literally Becky, Sasha, Bayley, AJ Lee. Charlotte isn't influential because her character's not... It's not going to make someone want to be a fan of the business from a character point of view. She's great in the ring, everything like that. I'll give her that. Character work, mic work, horrible.
Also, there's no archetype like Charlotte Flair. That's the problem, and I think that was a good comparison, especially when you're comparing her to LeBron in terms of influence. Because LeBron is influential in terms of off the court stuff. But the difference is not everybody can be 6'9", 260. Pass like a guard, shoot 40% from the three, and dunk the ball at age 40.
And not talking about LeBron here, but a Nepo baby. Let's not act like if Charlotte's last name wasn't Flair, let's not act like she'd probably be getting into WWE now.
If Charlotte's last name was anything except Flair, she'd literally be Michelle McCool.
Yep. 100%. I could not agree with you anymore.
And that's no shade to Michelle McCool, by the way. Undertaker.
No. Michelle should have done way more. You want to talk about probably the most iconic Divas champion from that era, her and Layla splitting the titles in half. One of the smartest things.
They were in the wrong era. They were in a a lot. I say that all the time. A lot of the women were in the wrong era, in terms of just build and athleticism and just in the tag teams. Lay Cool being women's tag team champions nowadays. I brought this up before. I feel but the Riot Squad would have been perfect for the tag division.
100%.
When Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were still together, perfect. They would have been perfect for the women's division. The Bella Twins, regardless of how you feel about them, Team Bad, it's so many things.
I would also say the Bella Twins are more influential than Charlotte. That's just me though. That's you could argue. You don't have to like the Bella Twins, but I think character work wise.
See, I would say they influenced Charlotte Flair, because if you ask me, when I saw AJ Lee undress the Bella Twins on the mic, it just simply reminded me of when Alexa Bliss went out of her way to undress all of the four horsewomen on the mic, every time they were in the ring together.
Yeah.
And again, Charlotte may have looked like she got the upper hand a couple times, but I think I've told you this. I've definitely texted you this when we talked about it the first time. Charlotte can only cut a good promo when she's punching down.
Yep. 100%. It's
underdog Charlotte won't sell anything.
I will say, this is probably one of my favorite promos of all time. I don't know if you remember this. I forget exactly what year. It was between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte. I feel like we talked about this before. It almost seemed
so, yeah.
it almost seemed like a shoot to me because of how much the viewer could relate to it. Alexa was basically just saying, without a title, you don't know who you are. And that's perfectly said. If Charlotte doesn't have a title, she's nothing more than Ric Flair's daughter. That might be malicious to say, but I'm going to stand by it. You know, she's an incredible in-ring performer. I'm not taking anything away from her in that realm. But, no, like, it's normally, I would say, the title... I'm trying to think how to word this. The wrestler... No,
the wrestler should make the title.
Exactly, not the title makes the wrestler. That took the words right out of my mouth. It's I don't know. It's if you need the title.
That's the thing. I don't think she does. Me and you talked about this when we were booking. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like when we were fake booking WrestleMania 41 before all the bullshit happened and completely fucked up all of our predictions. Like originally, I was like, bro, if you want to make Charlotte important without the title, have her go against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. I don't know how ready Becky is to be in ring, to be fair, but she just signed a contract like in like January. So I'm like, if you want to make Charlotte feel important without the title, give her just a high profile match at WrestleMania without the title. That's all you had to do.
I don't even think it needs to be a matter of like Charlotte and Becky, because like we've seen that before. It would be cool for them to have a Mania match. That kind of reminds me of why I want to see Roman and Seth this year one-on-one. Yeah. I feel like Charlotte kind of needs to, I don't know if she wants to do this, she needs to fall into like the gatekeeper role. It's if she was going do Charlotte like, granted, if the whole Jade Cargill who attacked her storyline never happened, Charlotte putting over Jade Cargill would be monumental for the business.
Oh, absolutely. She's
like,
not gonna do that.
No, absolutely not. Charlotte just needs to get better at establishing people and not chasing a record that in reality doesn't matter. Like Cena going for 17, it really doesn't matter because I think Cena's done way more for the business. Not even talking about titles.
We do not care about Charlotte going for 18. I promise you, we don't.
No, absolutely
because how much does that shit really count when they was playing ping pong with the titles from 2017 to 2018?
Like, it's granted you could use world titles like in a debate, everything like that. I guess it is a good sign because it just shows how much a company trusts you to carry it. But I don't when it comes to Charlotte, her winning all these titles, even Royal Rumbles, all of her accomplishments, they all just feel tainted to me. For some reason, I don't know if it's because she's Ric Flair's daughter, but I just feel like they're trying to push the narrative too much. They're one and the same, despite the fact they're never going to bring Ric Flair back. So I don't know why they do it.
Yeah, I think the problem is they're trying, like, they're making her, and this is going to sound crazy, so I want to preface this with, I don't think, this is going to come off wrong, but just hear me out. They're trying to give her the same resume as a male wrestler, but that doesn't make sense because the history of women's wrestling and men's wrestling is just completely different. So you give Charlotte 17 world titles, it doesn't mean as much because the next person down is what, at like 8?
Moving on, I know you wanted to talk about them, the Street Profits. How we feeling?
My boys are back, man. You know what I'm saying? They showed up on SmackDown, put the SmackDown on DIY, and they did it themselves. You see what I'm saying? And then the Pretty Deadly came in, got that work too. Motor City Machine Guns came in and got that work too. I'm excited, man. Street Profits are on the up and up. Title reign incoming. I think we're getting a WrestleMania moment's incoming for the Street Profits, so I'm very excited. I do think it's going to be a ladder match though, and I'm not going to lie, I am kind of tired of the tag team ladder matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
If we're gonna put a ladder match at every WrestleMania this year, how about we do the Women's Intercontinental Championship as a ladder match?
Yeah.
Lyra, or even the Women's United States Championship match.
Or even the men's
Lyra.
Intercontinental, dude. You could have AJ Styles, Braun Breaker, Penta, Jacob Fatu. The amount of names you could put in that. Oh, because what is Jacob Fatu gonna do at Mania?
Well, he's on SmackDown, so he's.
But like at Mania, what could he like solo maybe?
I don't know.
I feel
it depends on what The Rock's doing. I don't know because with the Rock being at Elimination Chamber, I genuinely think that Jacob, Tama, and Solo could be involved with whatever's going on as well.
They're gonna help Cena win the Rumble or the Chamber.
That'd
Could
be
you
crazy.
imagine?
So I'd really say John Uso.
Johnny Uso.
Jonathan.
I could see it.
Jonathan Fatu Part 2. It's not Jimmy this time. No, but no. I think Jacob and the rest of the bloodline are going to be involved with that, whatever The Rock has going on at Elimination Chamber. I think they're going to be heavily involved. So, who's the United States champion right now? Oh,
Shinsuke. Get it off of him.
That could be something.
They gotta get it off of him. They're not booking
here's the
him
thing.
properly.
That could really be something because they're doing a lot of different things. They just had a tag match with R-Truth and LA Knight against Carmelo Hayes and The Miz. And Shinsuke costed LA Knight and R-Truth. And Carmelo Hayes gets the pinfall. Which, I'm not going to lie, they had a crazy-ass tag team finisher that was actually kind of tough. They need to put that in the game. The Skull Crusher finale into the first 48. That was fire.
Yeah, that was cool.
But honestly, that could be the ladder match. Truth, LA Knight, Shinsuke, Miz, Carmelo Hayes, and whoever you want to throw in that 6th spot. And if you want to do 8 people, 2 more.
It'd be cool. What does Drew do at that point, though? He is so due for a payoff. Honestly, if it's not Seth, if Seth won the Chamber, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Only if Cody turns heel, though. That's the only way I think that could work. If that does happen, I want to see Drew go over on Roman. I need to see that.
I think what will happen is I think Drew's payoff is going to be taking the title off of Jay if John Cena doesn't do it. I think that'll be his payoff. Because honestly, that would be the ultimate payoff for Drew. Not only does he win the championship, but he also takes down a quote-unquote bloodline member in the process. So I could see that being the payoff.
I could see it. I could absolutely see that. That'd be cool. But I don't know.
I'd be down for that direction.
Do we think Shinsuke makes it to Mania as champ?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a ladder match for that title.
That'd be cool. It's all about just like this story needs to make sense. I feel like with a lot of these ladder matches, it's just who doesn't have a match? Who can we throw in? Kind of thing. At least it felt like that more towards like Mania, like 31 and so on.
I think WWE did a great job of building everybody up to the point where it feels like nobody should really be left off the card, but inevitably people are going to be left off this card.
Yeah, I mean, safest bet would probably be you do. I don't even know. Like, you could do. You're gonna hate that I'm saying this. Logan and Cena. Then you do.
I almost clipped stop recording when you just said that. I'm not gonna lie.
You could do Logan Cena. I think personally, a Seth Punk and Drew match is due.
If they're going to do that, they might as well throw Roman in there, make it a fatal 4-way.
That's what I was. It's someone in some capacity won't have something to do.
Because I'm looking at people like Damian Priest. You brought him up before, Jacob Fatu. Regardless of how people feel about him, Solo.
I'm cool with Solo. He grew on me, but I just don't like that he went away for so long. He had so much momentum.
Yeah. Chelsea Green, Lyra, one of those two, I feel like is going to get left off.
I think it's going to be Lyra. I got to be honest.
Yeah, because I'm not going to lie. You really can't take that title off of Chelsea right now. She's too entertaining right now.
So I think, So what do we think happens with Lyra at, say, like, on the build-up to Mania? Because honestly,
she's going to fight Ivy now. She's fighting Ivy now for the title.
I don't know how you're going to feel about this. I think the Mania match is going to be Ivy Nile against Maxine. And I think Maxine's is going to beat her.
Oh, man. 2.5-star match loading. I'm not going to lie.
It's
I don't even. The crowd's not gonna pop until the end.
they need. That's one of those ones. They need a stipulation. They need it to be like how the Cody and Roman was, like Otis and Tozawa running in, and like Alpha Academy, everything like that.
Yeah, Chad Gable. What's Chad Gable gonna do at Mania? Looking at Hall of Famers like Rey Mysterio. What's Rey gonna do at Mania?
Oh my gosh.
What's Penta gonna do at Mania? There's so many people.
We talked about it last time. Again, I will say if they did an AJ Styles, Braun Breaker, and Penta IC title feud, oh my gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Like real wrestlers like Shotzi. What's Shotzi gonna do at WrestleMania? Shotzi's one of the best in the division right now.
What? Is she?
I just had to get that one off.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say no disrespect to Shotzi. I feel like I haven't seen her in like what feels like years.
Bro, when you watch this back, you're gonna see my face. Like,
oh, dude, you're gonna whenever it gets posted, if you see the one part when you were talking about Logan and Punk, I literally put a gun in my mouth. It's like I can't. Look what they've done to my boy.
Yeah, but there's so many for once there are so many good wrestlers that I don't know what WrestleMania is gonna look like.
Which, I mean, I'm excited about it
because there's Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. What are they gonna do at Mania?
No chance they're on the card unless someone turns. Theory needs to turn face. It's due.
What are the War Raiders gonna do at WrestleMania?
Oh God! Don't even get me started. I mean, they have the tag titles.
What's Jimmy Uso gonna do at WrestleMania? I think Jimmy might be involved in the United States Championship match. Because what I think they're gonna do, I think they're gonna pull I'm gonna say.
I already know where you're going. I already know just off what you just said.
Yeah, I think they're gonna go with a Benoit Guerrero type thing at Mania with Jimmy Uso winning the United States maybe. And Jay winning the World Heavyweight.
I gotta put a trigger warning on this now.
Oh yeah, I did. I definitely said the name.
No, I would love to see that. Like I honestly think that's one of the only ways.
That's the only payoff. That's the only way the Bloodline payoff makes sense too, because like Jimmy getting the shaft and arguably being the better wrestler and promo person than his brother is actually kind of insane, especially when you take into account the fact that Jimmy started Yeet. Like, I feel like Jimmy is due for a payoff, and I think that's how he gets it.
If I could rewind time and Drew never lost the Money in the Bank briefcase, how crazy would it be if Jay beat Gunther and he cashed in on him and beat him? Do you know how much heel heat that man would get? Oh my! That would be elite.
That would be elite. But no, again, people were hating on the Money in the Bank briefcase for the fact that they did that. Bro, that was one of the best decisions with the Money in the briefcase I've seen in a long time. That's one of the best decisions I've seen in a long time. Because genuinely, like, genuinely, you're not taking that title off the. Did Gunther have the title at that time?
Yeah. Wait.
You.
No, Gunther won it. It was Damian Priest because Gunther won it at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, especially with the storyline that was needed going into SummerSlam between Damian and Finn, granted, as much as you don't like Finn, but, like, I just
you want another hour on this podcast to bring it up, Finn.
No, I can't wait to drop the TikTok about Finn and D-Rose.
Oh, my God.
But,
oh, my God.
Like, I just think that was the best decision because you're realistically not going to want to use that briefcase.
Sure.
Unless you hold off on it to use on Jay, because you're not going to use it to take the title off of Cody.
So, if you don't think if Drew would have cast in on Damian, beat him, and then Punk screwed... Oh, I guess the Finn story wouldn't work. But did we really need the Finn and Damian story for like that many pay-per-views?
At the time, we did need that to happen at the time.
Yeah.
But of course,
because Rhea got screwed over as well. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, in the moment that was needed. In hindsight, I still think it was needed. They definitely could have wrapped it up a lot quicker, though. Honestly, they should have what they did with Finn in the neck brace. that whole thing, they should have did that way earlier.
Tell me if I'm tripping. Did that feud not run from SummerSlam to the first Raw on Netflix?
Yeah.
Absolutely no reason. Not.
I said that. I said that when I posted the TikTok about the Liv and Rhea feud. It did not need to go that long.
I don't know. That one makes more sense. I think the only issue with it was at Bad Blood, Raquel's debut. I think they messed up that ending.
No, she messed it up. Her and the ref messed that up. I'm not gonna put that all on Raquel. I think that was because when you do something, I feel like you just have to pay a little bit more attention because the ref does have the responsibility of not seeing it, but when he's trying to make sure wrestlers are okay, like, because that's also his actual job besides like being a kayfabe referee, like his job is to protect the wrestlers and make sure he knows what is happening at all times. So, like, if you're going to do it, you have to make sure that his back is turned. You did it while he was looking at you. It's one of those things like where, what was the one thing that happened in the one NXT takeover where I think it was Charlotte, Becky. I think that's when Emma became NXT champion, women's champion.
Oh my god!
Because Becky was supposed to kick out. It's kind of like one of those situations. It's like if Becky doesn't kick out, so you can't just. Oh no, that's 2. No, that's 3. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta follow through. Which is weird because they keep getting Seth on that. It's like I think who did he pin? Was it Damian? And Damian didn't kick out, and they called it a 2 count. And he didn't move either. He just laid there the whole time.
I think he got knocked out for a second.
I wouldn't be shocked. I think
he got caught with a knee.
Yeah, something about that just was not right.
Yeah, that was. But yeah, it's just one of those things. And like Raquel's interesting because she was a bad guy at first, like in NXT, I'm pretty sure. And it panned out well in NXT, bro. My theory is correct. Like if y'all are coming from the last episode, bro, my theory is correct. Like they just don't know what to do with most of the NXT stars, because Raquel and Rhea had like an actual rivalry in NXT that was fire from what I remember. And for some reason, it's not translating right now.
I'm gonna say this now. If they mess up Roxanne on the main roster, I might give up. If they mess up Stephanie Vaquer whenever she gets called up, I'm done.
I haven't heard to this day. I haven't heard Stephanie Vaquer cut a promo yet. That's why I'm scared. I haven't heard it yet.
She got way better English.
Okay.
Like when she first showed up, it was definitely like a little rocky, but it's now it's in a way it's like you can hear her accent for sure, but it almost works for her character in a way. I don't know,
and that's good, but that's usually what scares me sometimes. It's when a lot of those NXT stars, when they get like brought up and you put that microphone in their hand, I'd be like, ooh, come on, lock in.
I'm listening to a Stephanie Vaquer promo over any Charlotte promo ever, because it's literally just, I'm the queen. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody. Switch it up, dude. It's trash.
I do want to say this also. Like, I just want you to know, like, if for some reason, Charlotte, if you hear this, we're probably the best genuine person ever. Even though I'll never forgive you for what you did to Becky Lynch when y'all had to hand off the titles, but that's besides the point. But you're probably the most genuine person ever. But it's just straight wrestling. We're talking wrestling.
Like we're talking about gimmicks, not the people they are. Obviously,
because you know how people get, they be getting offended when you talk about people like that.
Yeah, this is probably the least personal podcast ever. If we have an issue with someone, it's how they're being used, not
absolutely
who they are.
Unless you're a shit person. Tessa Blanchard.
Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, she's so safe to say we're never gonna collab with her.
No, that will never happen.
We could collab with her and just bring her into a room with a TV and just play the Hulk Hogan, we coming for you over and over, over and over again. Just lock her in the room.
Great. That would be fire if we got to collab with a wrestler. I think I'd want to collab with AJ and play a video game with AJ Styles. I want to make him rage at a video game.
Ooh, that'd be fire.
Cause watching him almost destroy the controller against Seth Rollins.
Yeah, no, that was great. I
want to play Kofi and Madden.
Kofi would be cool. Kofi would be real cool. Kofi and Xavier would be sick. From what I've seen on interviews, it seems very hit or miss. I would love to do a collab with CM Punk. I think he'd be the coolest person. But
I would have to be on my shit though. I couldn't just
100%.
Because I feel like he cooked me if I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
So you guys brought me on the interview and you guys don't even know what questions to ask. My fault, gang.
I feel like we both know the number one collab we could both have.
John Cena.
No! Cena?
Oh. Yeah, John Cena would be fire.
over a certain tag team who might be on NXT right now.
Oh, that would be fire. That would be fire.
Imagine a universe where we did a video called Jeff Hardy teaches us how to do the Swanton Bomb. Bro,
oh my goodness. My neck would be shattered.
I'm retiring. Dude, I would risk breaking my neck for that. I would lose my mind, dude. I have the armbands literally 3 feet away from me, right over there.
It's
my guy, man.
If asking me to do anything past the elbow drop is a little bit too much.
Yeah, but
I hit a mean twist of fate though.
Yeah, I'll hit a mean rose plant. That's what I'll do.
Oh wow.
What that means is I'm not getting physical. Not at all.
Ooh, Vince's new company. You think Brock's gonna be there?
I wouldn't be shocked, but at the same time, I want to say no solely because unless Vince goes the full Kanye route and leans into controversy,
which I wouldn't put past him.
No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be too shocked, but I want to say no, but at the same time, I could see it, 100%. I could see it, but I don't know. I think just a new company off the ground. I don't think there's any reason for Brock to come back for that. If Brock's gonna come back, it's for one more match in WWE and he's done.
Yeah, which I don't think he's getting that. To be fair,
Goldberg's getting it this summer.
But yeah, Brock did a lot worse than with Goldberg.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know.
Brock got a case, but regardless, if we're is Chris Benoit in the Hall of Fame?
No.
Okay, never mind. That takes my point away.
But I don't know. I feel like Brock in I don't know, 6-7 years, he'll probably be in.
Brock has to go into the Hall of Fame. I understand what he did was nasty, and I'm not condoning it by any means. But let's not. If Hulk Hogan's in the Hall of Fame, come on, bro. We not comparing struggles, but
I'm not gonna sit here and try to justify any of the Vince McMahon Brock Lesnar situation. Wasn't Vince really the puppet master behind that though? I feel like what Brock did wasn't Brock's doing. Does that make I'm not trying to I side with him per se, but I feel like it all really came down to Vince. Really,
Vince wasn't a puppet master. It was more of an enabler.
Sure.
Because
but I would say that's even worse.
From my understanding of the situation, and this is probably going to be the only time. I don't even know if this is going to make the cut, but this is probably the only time we're ever going to address this situation.
This is how we're
in
opening
particular.
the episode. You kidding me?
But this is probably the only time we're going to ever address this situation. But from what I remember of the situation, Vince introduced the girl to Brock, not face to face, but introduced the idea of the girl to Brock, and basically was telling him all the stuff that she did, or all the stuff that he did to her, And from my understanding, Brock was like, well, let me get X, Y, and Z from her if she's down for it. And Vince basically told him that she was down for it before she had agreed. That's basically my understanding of the situation. So, like, neither of them are exempt. But if Hulk Hogan's in the Hall of Fame, Brock's in the Hall of Fame. That's all I gotta say.
Like, it's
that's all I gotta say regarding that.
I'm not saying that's okay. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Brock is not Benoit. That's the way I look at it. What he did is not to that level. Hell, I think what Hogan did was worse. Is that ridiculous?
I think it's all borderline on the same tier.
It's like it really comes down to right and wrong. Like they're both in the wrong, but if we really want to like gauge it,
which we're not, because guys, we are not apologists over here. No, these guys are nasty.
Yeah, it's gross. It's gross.
But yeah, no, yeah. At the end of the day, this is like the fourth time I'm saying it. If Hulk Hogan is in the Hall of Fame, Brock Lesnar should be able to get into the Hall of Fame. If Donald Trump, you know what? If Hulk Hogan's in the Hall of Fame,
we're about to go somewhere crazy, Andre.
If Hulk Hogan is in the Hall of Fame, Brock Lesnar's in the Hall of Fame, and that's all I gotta say about it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go down that road.
We do got to think about when Hogan went in, though. At the same time, he went in 2008, same class as Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold was talking shit about him then.
As he should have.
Yeah, I get that for sure. I get that it was prior. He got inducted prior to him getting caught up with all that dumb stuff he did. But I don't know. I just feel like you can't. I don't think you can tell the history of the sport without Brock Lesnar.
I'm not gonna kind of rationalize this. If Jimmy Snuka is in, Brock's in.
There it is.
I'll leave it at that.
There it is.
I will leave it at that. That just clicked for me.
Yeah, that was perfect, actually.
Like, we're not going to beat around the bush. He did it. Like, he did. He did it. It's not like an OJ. Oh, I don't think he did it. They did it. You know what I mean?
He did it.
There's no way around that. But I don't know. It's who are we to say, right?
Facts. I just always go off the fact of if you can't tell the history of the company without that wrestler, like, we got to be so serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like, and I'm not condoning any action. I'm not saying he should be rewarded for his actions. I'm simply saying if we are talking simply the in-ring career of that guy, come on, let's be real.
We're looking at a borderline top 10 wrestler of all time. I feel like he's
in terms of talent.
Yes, not like but like I don't know how much resume really weighs into it. But if it does, you could argue Brock's top 10. Like, if someone said that to me, I would not call that crazy.
I would have to hear their top 10, and
yeah,
I would have to hear their top 10 before I can, like, allow that take to pass.
Sure.
It would have to make sense, because if Brock's in your top 10, Kurt Angle has to be in your top 10. And I genuinely don't know how I feel about that, but I'd have to see it.
Ooh, I don't know, but if Brock's in, Kurt's in, I don't know.
Bro, they are they're not the
Kurt.
same, but
I love Kurt. But if we're just looking WWE wise, Brock was around way longer.
Longer doesn't always mean better, though.
No, I know, but like if Kurt's best years were in TNA, and like if we want to be literal, Kurt was probably came in 98, left maybe 7 years later, maybe. Brock was there 2002.
Two.
Yeah, he beat The Rock at SummerSlam 2002, and he left 2003, 2004 ish. Comes back 2012.
Went to UFC. Went to go fight for real. Then came back.
I don't think people really get how crazy that is. That blows my. He won a world title in WWE. Went to UFC, won it. Came back, did it again.
Yeah.
But
Again, neither are in my top 10. I just want to put that out there. Neither are in my top 10.
I don't think either would be in mine as well.
Because, yeah, I'm looking at my top 10. Bro, I don't even like my top 10 now that I'm really looking at it.
I'm going to see if I have one. We This is what we could do to close out the episode, low-key.
Because what I use for my top 10, I use the dumbass Bleacher Report top 50 list. Shit, that we could do a whole episode on that. Oh my goodness, have you seen that?
We should do that. That would be great.
That we can do that for the next episode. Because have you seen that list, right?
We can't. We got to do Chamber. Shit.
Fuck. We'll do it. We'll do it the episode after Chamber. But wait, before you've seen that list, correct or no?
Yeah. No, it's trash. It's absolutely
okay. Thank you. That number one. Well, I'm just gonna get out the way. Number one, no way. Oh my god.
Who was it again? Remind me.
Bret Hart.
Oh yeah. Okay, I do remember that. Yeah.
Bret Hart is number one. If you grew up in 2008, if you grew up in the 90s, maybe. CM Punk's the only person I think that has Bret Hart at number one.
I'm sitting here thinking about it. I think the hardest part about like making a WWE top 10 is 9 and 10. I have my 1 to 8. 9 and 10. Oh my gosh. I'm not putting Hogan. I'm not putting Flair. Sue me.
I have them in my top 10. That's why I don't like the list. But like, I don't know who to move them for.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I do.
So, I mean, I was gonna try to. I could definitely slot them in.
I don't like them in my top 10, but I'm looking at everybody else that was on the Bleacher Report list. I don't like anybody else taking their spot for real. Because here are the 6 criterias I use just for argument's sake.
Sure.
I got entertainment, how entertaining they were as a wrestler, and like as like an on-screen character. Impact, and this is from bottom to top into how I'm really ranking how I feel about them. Sure. It's like entertainment at the bottom. Like if they're super entertaining, like that's points, but like you don't win because of that. Impact right above entertainment. I got their finisher above Impact. I have their in-ring skills above their finisher. I have their mic skills above in-ring. And number one, brain rot, I got aura. Because if you ain't got aura, you're not my top 10 gang.
All right, I think I got my top 10. So
I got mine. I feel like it's my Stevens A list though. The list is fluid.
Yeah, I don't. It's gonna get very weird past 6. I'm just.
Me too. I'm looking at it.
I'm letting that be known. Okay. So, do you want to go first, or should I go first?
Let me go first. I'm gonna get mine out the way so they can cook me first.
I'm gonna get
number
cooked
1.
Too, believe that.
Actually, no. I'm gonna start at 10. I'm gonna start at 10. I'm gonna go up. Number 10. Number 10. The big dog. The leader of the empire.
Okay.
The leader of the island of relevancy. The OTC. My tribal chief, Roman Reigns, is my number 10 all time. Above him, I have Triple H. I don't know how much I like that.
You have him
above.
Low.
Yeah, I know. Because he was great, but half of his prime he was injured.
Fair.
Like if you really go look at it, like he had like a couple good years, but he was injured a lot of his prime. Then above Triple H, I have Ric Flair. Above Ric Flair, I have Hulk Hogan. So I kept them low on my list.
Okay.
And number 6, is that number 6? Wait, 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh yeah, number 6, I got the Legend Killer. I got the Viper. I got Mr. Randall Keith Orton, my number 6. Number 5, I got the Showstopper. I got Mr. WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid at my number 5.
Hey, you got? Oh my God. Okay. Just keep going.
Number 4, I have the electrifying one, the final boss. Some might say, Dwayne The Rock Johnson at my number 4. Number 3, I have the Rattlesnake, the Texas Rattlesnake, Mr. 316 himself. Stone Cold Steve Austin at my number 3. My number 2, I got the franchise, the Doctor of Thugonomics, Hustle, Loyalty, and Respect, John Cena as my number 2, and my number 1, my GOAT, of WWE wrestlers, the Phenom, the leader of the Ministry of Darkness. For real, he's Mr. WrestleMania, if you ask me. Number 1, I got The Undertaker. That's my GOAT. That's my list, man. I know you didn't like I had Shawn Michaels that low.
It's not even that you had him low, it's that you had The Rock over him.
Bro, I'm so sorry. I'm so
God.
sorry. I gave you my criteria. The Rock beats Shawn Michaels in entertainment, in my opinion. He's more entertaining. You can't tell me that The Rock is not more entertaining than Shawn Michaels.
I'm sorry. I disagree.
Shawn Michaels can't sing and play the guitar at the same time. That's all I gotta say.
That's okay. So Joe Hendry's better than John Cena is what I'm hearing.
It's the entertainment, and like the entertainment
pull up
goes to The Rock. The impact goes to Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels has impact, finisher, and in ring, but The Rock is better than on the mic, and The Rock has way more aura than Shawn Michaels, and that's all I gotta say.
I don't think he has more aura. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness!
That can't be true. I don't know. I think Shawn's just, he has literally everything. There is not one flaw I think Shawn Michaels has when it comes to the business. That's just me.
I think Shawn Michaels can be a little bit faulty on the mic at times. I don't think he's ass on the mic, but
I could hear that, but like we just saw that Rock promo at NXT. You know what I mean?
Bro, this is 40-year-old Rock. Oh my goodness, this is the LeBron argument. No, what are we doing? Because if we want to talk about that, we can talk about Shawn Michaels and Triple H at Crown Jewel. Like we can really.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. I am just gonna say Shawn looked the best there. I do need to say that. I'm not gonna say anyone looked great, but for Shawn, like off like how long was it? Like 9 years since he had wrestled.
Yeah, damn near a decade. Yeah,
didn't look bad. Didn't look that bad.
And Shawn's talking about he got 2 more matches left in him, so you better hope he don't fuck those up, because I'm gonna let you know about it too.
If he messes them up, he's gonna have to move down my list. I'm just letting you know. I think those matches should be against AJ Styles.
Absolutely.
In a world where he came back, Daniel Bryan and Shawn Michaels, I can't believe they never had a match.
I was going to say Seth Rollins right now.
I'd be cool with that. Believe me, I'd be cool with that as well. All right, so I'm going to give you my list now.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 10-1. I didn't put Flair or Hogan. I easily could take out my 10 and 9 and slot them in somewhere, but just for argument's sake, they're not on here.
I got you.
Number 10, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns.
Okay, we got him in the same spot. That's what's up.
Number 9, Kurt Angle.
Okay.
Number 8, The Rock.
That's so. Go ahead.
This is where I might lose you. Number 7. Y2J, Chris Jericho. I'm giving him his flowers. If you're, I can see it now. You're crashing out on your camera. I'm sure of it. Number 6, Triple H.
Okay.
Number 5, Randy Orton.
Okay.
Number 4, John Cena.
Okay.
Number 3, The Undertaker. Honestly, from a subjective standpoint, 1 to 3 are interchangeable. But yeah, this is just...
I'm not mad at Undertaker 3.
This is just for me. Like, Undertaker had the streak, everything, longevity, everything like that. I just think the next 2 had more character-wise to offer and impact on the business as well. Shawn Michaels at 2. I think... Call this a hot take. I'm going to call Shawn Michaels the greatest in-ring competitor of all time.
Oh, that's not a hot take. That's not a hot take.
Okay. Number 1, Texas Rattlesnake, the man himself, Stone Cold Steve Austin. I knew he was going to be number 1 on your list. Nothing we know today exists without him. But granted, you could say the same about Hogan, everything like that. But just the way I see it, yeah, the way I see it, there's levels. It's Hogan might have revolutionized the business, but he didn't put the stamp on it like Austin did. Austin was like, I'm leading the train now. Either hop on or we're leaving you behind.
Yeah, because that's the difference is Hulk Hogan was like the golden boy. Like he was the first golden boy like of WWE or WWF. Yeah. But Stone Cold was like the one who really had them in the trenches. Like when it came down to the Monday Night Wars.
I think
it was just
Stone Cold. His character worked so well because literally what you just said. Hogan was the golden boy. Austin was the exact opposite, but still the golden boy at the same time. Gimmick wise. Yeah. He didn't want to be the golden boy, and that made him the golden. It's his character is such a weird paradox to me, but I think the most entertaining of all time. He filled up a Corvette with cement. He blew up DX's van. Like he buried the Undertaker.
Yeah, I think Stone Cold's character works so well because he can be a good guy or a bad guy just because he likes beating people's asses. So it just depends on whose ass he feels like beating that day.
I think it was cool because he was both.
Absolutely,
and like even now, I feel like people could see so much relatability in that character. Who wouldn't want to go to work and beat up their boss? I'm not saying.
I swear I heard somebody say that on a documentary before.
I'm not saying I would go beat up my boss where I work. But in that situation, I need to preface that I just had an interview today. So I'm just saying his character, I'm sure millions of people could relate with. That is all I'm saying. Please don't fuck up my interview.
Nah, get him out of here, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm cooked. The only thing that tags Austin for me, and I think other people could have this argument, but if I could debunk it, you kind of brought up the longevity. Like people would say he's not the best in ring, which you could say. I'm not putting him on the Undertaker's level. I'm not putting him on Shawn Michaels' level. I don't even know if I'm putting him on John Cena's level. Truthfully, Austin pre neck break or bruise, whatever. I would put right there next to any of them besides Shawn. Shawn he's an anomaly here. I think, God, dude, I just have hot takes today. What the hell? In my opinion,
here's the thing. I don't think these are hot takes, but go ahead.
In my opinion, the greatest WrestleMania match of all time, WrestleMania 13, Stone Cold versus Bret Hart in a submission match. The double turn is some of the best storytelling I've ever seen in my life, and I'm not even just talking about wrestling, movies, anything. It was perfect. I don't know. That's like I watch that match all the time. It's just the bleeding out, everything like that. Think about how many times that angle's been played out now. Maybe not with the blood, but just the passing out instead of tapping out.
Oh, facts. Especially just playing it in showcase mode on 2K24.
Yeah,
that was fire. I don't hate your list. I don't like that The Rock is at 8, but we already know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to Dwayne. Me, I'm glad we have. Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna justify The Rock. It's entirely a longevity thing. If I wasn't factoring in longevity, honestly, I'd probably have him right below Cena at 5.
Yeah.
I think that. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say honestly, that's honestly what taxes Stone Cold for me because his prime was short because of his injuries. Like it was like wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. It was like 97 to 01 for real.
What year was Mania 13? Was that?
That might have been actually 96.
96, yeah. So I want to say he came in like 95, but the Stone Cold gimmick didn't really take off until King of the Ring. But you want to talk about iconic promos? I love that
promo.
1 and 2.
You sit there, you dump your Bible, you say your prayers, you talk about your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says, "I just whipped your ass." I said, "Yo, he's wild."
I don't think this business has ever had a moment like that where you literally, in the snap of your fingers, you have a mega star.
Ooh, pipe bomb.
Yes,
I don't think CM Punk is who CM Punk is today without the pipe bomb.
I agree entirely, but I just think CM Punk was so well established. Nobody saw Austin as that guy at the time. He cut that promo and put everybody on notice. Punk had been around. He had his feuds with Jeff Hardy, The Undertaker, Randy Orton, everything like that. He was feuding with John Cena at the time. Like, you got to be pretty well established to feud with Cena.
Yeah.
It's like the equivalent of, like, I don't even know who. It's like if Oba Femi.
I don't think anybody.
Well, I guess
NXT
really doesn't work. But
I genuinely don't think anybody's had that type of promo to put them over the top like that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like,
it's
realistic.
Yeah, it's not even like a matter of putting them over. It's like the promo just made him undeniable. There was like you wanted to see what happened next, and I think that's kind of lost in the business. It's sure, SmackDown might end really well, but it's not one of those things that makes you want to see what happens next week. What are the repercussions? He cut that promo, and it's like, bang. What does he do next? Where does he go from here? And he ended up winning the title off Shawn at Mania with Mike Tyson as the mediator, which arguably was the biggest moment of the Attitude Era, incorporating Mike Tyson, of all people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, I think that won them the war right then and there.
Oh, facts.
Like,
the one thing though, I am glad that we have Roman Reigns at the same spot, because like I don't know if this was the same for you, but I don't think he was. To me, he was out. He might have been 20. To me, he might have been 20, maybe branching, maybe touching 15. But that tribal chief gimmick, that whole run put him in the top 10 for me, like from beginning to end.
Weirdly enough, I think what really pushed Roman into my top 10, it wasn't even like the Sami Zayn stuff, it was the COVID stuff with Jay.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. In the Hell in a Cell match where Jimmy tried to get involved and he put Jimmy in the, oh my goodness. And that's when I was just getting back into wrestling, because I took a break once COVID hit from watching wrestling.
There was something special about it, and I think people really started to realize it, especially when Sammy came in, and you kind of had that tension, Roman playing along with it, everything like that, but still being like the stern heel. He just became this like larger than life character you wanted to see lose, almost like in like the real world, like when we see Jake Paul boxing.
Yeah, that's a great example.
You tune into it because you want to see him lose. And Roman didn't lose for, how long was it? 1,416 days or something like that?
Yeah. All I know, they need to do a defeat the streak mode with Roman Reigns like they did with Undertaker. And they need to make it as cheesy as it was in 2K14.
They gotta make it worse. Like anybody and everybody. I want Umaga running down the ramp to fuck me over.
Bro, I want Alpha and Sika headbutting me when I'm trying to win the match, bro.
That would be so insane. I would love for them
I
to
need
do
that to be so cheese. That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Y2J, I'm not gonna lie, I turned my nose up at Y2J. I think he's
fair.
I think he was a great talent, and I think he did good. Like I've seen some of the clips of him. He was undisputed champion, he was Intercontinental champion. And like he was fire on the mic, like when he like first got to WWE.
Oh,
and he was fire. He was fire all the way through.
He's borderline Mount Rushmore on the mic. Borderline. I wouldn't put him on there, but he's like right there. A big reason I put him on there, if I could justify this, is when you look at eras. Like if we're just looking back and we're thinking about like the more recent eras, you have PG era. You have whatever the era like between like 13 and like 18. I don't remember exactly what they're like, the Renaissance era or something along those lines.
PG-13 era, like.
Sure, yeah. So you have that, and then you have like when the PG era first started, you have the Ruthless Aggression era. Then you have the Attitude era. Jericho reinvented himself every single time, and it worked. Arguably had one of the best debuts of all time against like with The Rock, the Millennium Countdown.
That was easily one of the hardest. Like, and that was one of the hardest. Whatchamacallits.
When he came out, his arms were out. Oh my god!
Yeah,
that was
That was insane.
Yeah. Like,
Also, apologize. I apologize to the viewers in advance. I swear I'm paying attention to Luka games on. I got the Luka game. I got the Luka game on the TV. But go ahead.
Fair enough. No, but I just think Jericho beat The Rock and Stone Cold in the same night during the Attitude Era. Had phenomenal programs with Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Stephanie, even everything like that. You go to the PG era, tag team with Big Show, everything like that. Feuding with Punk, phenomenal feud. Like absolutely,
that was when he poured the beer on him. Oh my goodness.
Perfect. Bringing up family, everything like that. That's like, I don't know what it is with Punk and having these pure hatred feuds. He just had one with Drew. He had one with Seth. That one, even Jeff. But I think the Jericho one, on a personal standpoint, it's Jericho or Drew for like a personal rivalry. I would say Punk's best is. Then you go forward. You go to like he came back in 12. Didn't really do much out of the gate. I mean, I know he did feud with Punk, but I'm saying like post that 2013 he feuded with him again, everything like that. Then you put him with, of all people, Kevin Owens. The list was elite TV. He said, "You just made the list." If that was never a thing, and someone said that on TV that wasn't him, you would think they're an idiot. He got a piece of paper and a clipboard over. Granted, they fucked over their Mania match at 33. It should have been them for the Universal title. I don't know why Brock and Goldberg, why they thought that was the play.
Yeah, Goldberg holding a title in whatever year that was a terrible idea. Like,
why did he beat Kevin
when Goldberg
Owens?
Squashed Brock? I died a little bit.
No, I was cool with that. They just didn't need the belt. Because like, I think everyone knew Brock was going to get his get back. Like, it was set up.
Yeah, but I was like, Goldberg, though?
Yeah, no, I mean, I hear that. But, I don't know. It's like, worse things have happened. Jinder Mahal is a WWE former champion. It could be worse.
Nah, that reign was fire. Don't do that. No, I'm not going to lie. That was one of the most, like...
Andre.
That it did not deserve the slander it got.
Andre.
Bro,
what are we... You wanted to watch the Punjabi prison match?
No, but I'm talking about everything outside of that.
The only thing I'll give him,
I enjoyed because it's what a heel title reign is supposed to be. Like textbook. You don't want bro to have the title. You want bro to lose, and he somehow keeps having the title for like AJ Styles to come and be the hero and take the belt off of him. He did what he needed to do because when he beat Orton, boy, I remember I was sitting there on watching the TV like, what the fuck just happened?
Jinder Mahal being world champion reminds me of in 2013, Jack Swagger was world heavyweight champion.
Don't ever disrespect Jinder Mahal. Don't ever disrespect the Maharaja like that.
No. Let hear me out. It wasn't even a matter of how the reign was. Like, Jinder winning it was cool for the surprise element. No one thought he was going to win. He's not world champion material. He never was. That's like putting the title on Cesaro. I'm going to catch flack for that. He wasn't world champion material either. We already talked about that in the last episode.
Yeah. That TikTok's loading. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, say less. Say less. Oh, we're going to have some horrid ones from here as well. Oh, God. But, yeah, it's just a matter of you, like, your Bruno Sammartinos of hell, that your Bob Backlund, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Stone Cold, The Rock, Jericho, Triple H, Randy Orton, John Cena, Jinder Mahal. It does not fit on that list of names. That's because you're looking at it from a different perspective. You're looking at it from a legacy perspective. I'm talking about in the moment. Like, hindsight's 2020, right? Like, of course, we all know who shouldn't have been champion. Jack Swagger, don't know who thought that was a good idea. But like in the moment, that reign, like, even when I look back, like, cause that was like 2017, so like we was in high school at that point. It was like sophomore year. Bro, like I was like I wanted him to lose. Like he wasn't Miz levels of, like, I really wanted him to lose, but like
I was like, Jinder Mahal keeps fucking winning, and then he got the
Okay.
Singh brothers and keeps fucking winning. So like, I just think it. You sometimes you gotta ruffle feathers like with a title reign so that the
Take,
payoff is even better.
I'm just gonna say, take away when he won the title, when he lost the title in the Punjabi prison match. Name anything that happened during that reign.
Well, see, I can't, cause
I don't think anybody could.
it was just a it was, to my knowledge it was just a feud with Orton, and then then AJ beat him to my knowledge. Like,
No, Jinder beat Shinsuke as well.
oh well, do you know they didn't care about Shinsuke?
Yeah, but just think about that. Put it into perspective. Jinder Mahal is going over on Shinsuke Nakamura for the WWE World Title when Shinsuke should have beaten AJ Styles at Mania 34. Instead, turned heel, feuded with him for 3 more pay-per-views just to not win.
Yeah, they didn't see Shinsuke. Again, I understand, and people aren't gonna like when I gotta say this. I understand why they didn't put the title on Shinsuke. Like, I genuinely understand, and I don't I don't personally think it comes from a place of xenophobia, but at some point when you put the mic in bro hand, I've seen it. I've watched Shinsuke cut a promo as a good guy and as a bad guy. His best
Yeah.
promos are when he's not talking English, but you can't do that when you put him in the middle of the ring. Like, you can do
that
it.
is true.
You can do it when you give him like the little vignettes, but you can't do it when you're in the middle of the ring, and that's genuinely what it comes down to.
My issue with that, I hear what you're saying completely. Like, I don't think Shinsuke is like an A1 choice to be WWE champion. But if he's not, how is Jinder Mahal? Or how is Jack Swagger? Where are we drawing the line?
Well, Jack Swagger's title reign was a whole different era of wrestling, to be fair. But the Jinder Mahal,
how did he even win it?
I think Money in the Bank.
Was it when he cashed in on Jericho?
He might have. I don't like. I think it was. I don't know how he won it. Who cares? It's Jack Swagger. But whatchamacallit, when it comes to Jinder Mahal, the difference is, again, and it's nasty, but low key, the way WWE treats Middle Eastern wrestlers, it was xenophobic and it worked. He played the foreign heel, but Jinder can speak perfect English, so it's a little bit different. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I just think I'm seeing it. I'm trying to see it the way like a Vince would see it, or like, not necessarily Triple H, because I don't think Triple H sees it that way, but like that, I feel like that's how Vince sees it, or saw it. Maybe, I don't know.
Dude, I looked it up to try to figure out how Jack Swagger won. Literally the first article I see is why Jack Swagger's World Heavyweight title reign is one of the worst in WWE history. Oh my gosh.
It's not one of the worst. Don't let them try to fool you. It's the worst.
Oh, I don't know about the worst.
Who's worse? David Arquette? No, stop.
That's a good question. Who has the worst world title reign?
I don't think I have enough wrestling knowledge to know that one.
Are we saying from like it's bad from like you lost it so quick, or bad like the matches just weren't clicking?
Like, the matches weren't clicking, you was cutting promos, and we do not care. Like, because I remember seeing Jack Swagger cut that promo. He was like, I got a hot wife. I said, we do not care.
Yeah, that was bad.
Like he was the epitome of should not have been a world champion. I don't think Jinder Mahal fits into that category.
I'm really going to be thinking of that question now.
Jinder is like, to me, Jinder is like, we really made him champion, but Jack Swagger is, why did we make him champion? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm looking at this list right now. It says it has 4 of the worst ever. They said Vince in '99 is an honorable mention. It's probably Vince.
Are they talking about his ECW? Are they talking about his ECW reign?
No, when he won the world title.
When did? Oh man, I need to go back.
It's so. I could be wrong. It was either a steel cage match with Stone Cold and Big Show threw Vince out, or he won it in a Royal Rumble. I could be wrong on that.
He beat Triple H.
Did he beat? Is that what it was?
I'm looking at it right now. He also won a Royal Rumble.
No, yeah, he eliminated Austin in the Royal Rumble. I remember that. I think that was 2000. So they're saying the worst
Nah, this
champions
is
of
so
all
crazy.
time.
By the way, I just want to point out the fact that I look up Vince McMahon WWE champion. It tells me he's like the AI. This is the AI on Google. Tells me he's a WWE champion. Tells me ECW champion, Royal Rumble. Tells me his WWE championship win. Shows me his other accomplishments. Shows us his like business career. And then at the bottom, legal issues. And it says Vince McMahon has been accused of, the stuff he's been accused of. I'm like, dang, they will not let you forget. We shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
I just find it funny that even the AI is like, hell nah.
Yeah. So they're saying the four worst of all time: Diesel, the Great Khali, Jack Swagger, Jinder Mahal.
Bro, there's got to be one other person worse than... Bro, there's no way.
They said for Jinder Mahal, this is the description they had. He was an irrelevant jobber one week, and next week he became the WWE champion. He carried the strap
I can't let that rock. I can't
for
let
how
that rock.
long? 6 months, and then went back to being pretty much irrelevant. Did they think a new Bradshaw / JBL type of guy was coming, or was it just another attempt to tap into the Indian market? Guess the Kali bet didn't work out, and I don't doubt Jinder's did either. Oh my!
First of all, who wrote that? That sounds like it's filled with something else. I'm not gonna lie. No,
I'm just
W
on
Championship. They got. Oh, it's Reddit. See, that's why.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I
the
need to.
13
I need to see. I need to see a list of WWE champions because you cannot sell me that he has the fourth worst. There's somebody who has.
I'm literally gonna hold this up to the camera. I opened up the first article. Jinder Mahal is right on the cover.
Bro, no, this is so disrespectful.
Okay, the worst. Oh man, number 13, man.
Who's number 13?
Jeff Hardy.
Oh no, hell no. What?
Like, kind of. He only held it for a month because they didn't trust him to hold it, but like it was still good. He got the win. That's what mattered.
Yeah.
They got Jeff, Del Rio, Rey
So
Mysterio.
they're telling me a Psycho Sid WWE Championship reign was better than a okay.
Sheamus when he was with the League of Nations. That's not a bad shout. Diesel.
That was a fun title reign to watch because he was just like maybe I have more fun watching than some other people because like to me like that wasn't a bad title reign. It serves its purpose. I feel like that's the difference.
I like Sheamus. I'm not as high on him as other people are. They said
Oh
RVD.
no, I'm not. But what are we counting as high? Because if people are thinking, I'm thinking he's this generational talent. No.
No. Like, would you have him top 25 of all time?
No.
Oh, thinking about it, he might be right on that line. He's probably not top 30 though. Thinking about it, but they said Jericho is undisputed champion. Which is fair because he had to defend both of them. Andre the Giant, when he held it for literally like 4 minutes.
Thank you. See? Y'all talking about Jinder Mahal. This is insane.
When Hogan won it in 2002, they're saying he's too old.
Thank you. See, they getting on Jinder, bro, but like old Hulk Hogan, bro, we going to say that was better than Jinder Mahal? Like, stop it, bro. I'm sorry. This is crazy. I didn't think I would be the one caping for Jinder Mahal like this, but that title ring, I don't think it was as bad as people say it was. The Punjabi prison match was ass. Now, don't get me wrong about that, but
they have Jinder Mahal at 1.
That's so
Mahal had the worst reign in history.
That's just simply not true.
2 is when Hogan stole the spotlight from Bret Hart and Yokozuna. That was trash. Number 3 is Big E.
Oh wow.
Number 4 is
Bray
Wyatt.
Honestly, I'd argue Big E's was worse.
It was
because on
bad.
the same standpoint, like let me know, tell me about Big E's title reign. I'm not gonna hold you.
He lost to Roman in Survivor Series. That's about all I can tell you. And then he lost to Brock. That's all I can tell you.
Kofi's title reign, come on, bro. He had a good program with Dolph Ziggler. I give him that much. But after that, what happened?
I will say that's not on Kofi.
Oh no, it's not. No, not at all. But I'm just saying.
They made a business decision. I'm not gonna say I like it, but it's a business decision.
Nah, it was the rite of passage because every black champion in WWE history has lost a belt to Brock Lesnar. Go look it up.
That is true. Kofi, Big E, Bobby,
The Rock.
The Rock, yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
I think Booker T as well.
Did Booker T hold the world heavyweight in WWE? I don't think he ever won it. I know he did in WCW.
Oh, I thought he held it in WWE.
5-time. All right, sorry.
Bro, like Alberto Del Rio title reign was better than Jinder Mahal. All right. Daniel Bryan should be on there because he got injured. He only held it for one day. No, he's still.
Yeah, that's like Jeff Hardy's there to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like the win was what mattered. It wasn't the.
Now, if we want to say, do we think Jinder Mahal was the worst talent to hold the WWE Championship? Yes. He was the worst talent to hold.
I see your argument now. I'm not going to say I agree with it, but I definitely see your argument more. There was nothing. It was just wasted TV time. That's how I see it. I'm not going to lie to you.
I feel you. Like
I would have rather seen Nia Jax hold the title than Jinder Mahal. I'm not even.
Now we're getting nasty.
Now we're getting honest, bro. And this is like 2018 Nia Jax. Come on.
Nia Jax Nia Jax that was injuring the whole locker room.
Oh my gosh, she was that was scary times. If I was in WWE as a women's wrestler at the time and I didn't have health insurance or life insurance.
Bro, the Miz held the WWE Championship for 8 days after he cashed in the Money in the Bank. 8 days, and then lost it to Bobby Lashley.
That was bad. But I don't know. It was cool for him to get another reign.
Dang, that's crazy. Bobby Lashley lost the title because Big E cashed in the Money in the Bank on Bobby Lashley, and then Big E lost the title to Brock Lesnar, and then Bobby Lashley got it back, and then lost the title to Brock Lesnar.
They got trends, man. It's bad.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
That's trash.
Brock Lesnar's title reign's coming after, like, that's so crazy.
If something would have came out about like whatever like the legal issues were, if there was something about him being racist in there, I guarantee everyone would have related that. 100%.
Yeah, I think that would be the least surprising thing.
Yeah. But
Brock said what? No, I'm not surprised, honestly. Not really think about it.
Oh, the sky's blue, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now see if I bring up Rob Van Dam's title reign. All right.
Yes, I hear you, but
no, I'm just being facetious at this point. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say him winning the title in that environment.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't have the worst. I don't think Jinder Mahal had the worst title reign in terms of booking. I think he had the worst title reign in terms of talent, though. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. He's definitely the worst. He's definitely the worst. Like, he's the second worst talent to hold the WWE Championship. Well, I guess first worst to hold the WWE Championship, but he's the second worst to be world champion.
Wait, whoa! Behind who? Or in front of
Swagger?
I don't know, man. I might take Swagger.
You're taking Jack Swagger over Jinder Mahal?
Whoa! Let me rationalize this. I'm taking the package of Jack Swagger, Cesaro, and Zeb Coulter. What are we doing? No, that was a solid group. They weren't that bad.
I'm not saying it wasn't a solid group, but we're looking at Jack Swagger versus Jinder Mahal. In terms of everything, in terms of the full package.
Why are we like when we started this podcast? If someone would have told me we'd be debating Jinder Mahal and Jack Swagger,
no, because I'm not gonna let people act like that Jinder Mahal is worse than Jack Swagger, bro. He went to the other company and proved that he was the same as we thought he was.
I mean, yeah. But I mean, they're both bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, this is a crazy argument. At the end of the day.
I was gonna say, like, what? I don't know what we're doing right now.
This is a crazy hill to try and die on.
Yeah, dude. If I just like want to imagine someone listening to this podcast for the last like 30 minutes, it's been just us debating.
I'm thinking about the meme of the dude taking his earbud out his ear, all pissed off.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what they looking like right now. It's like, bro, Jack Swagger versus Jinder Mahal talks. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I can't.
That's
believe
gonna be
that
a
just
nasty
lingers.
TikTok, by the way. That's got to be a TikTok.
Oh, Jinder Mahal and Jack Swagger.
Yes.
Oh God, that's actually tragic.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to think. So, do we have anything else?
No, I think that was it. I think we didn't. We didn't have anything else about like 45 minutes ago,
Well,
and then we got on the tangent.
I'm glad we ended it on a high note. Oh my God, it's insane. Hang on. So, let me pull up the outro. Do I just not have...
Klay Thompson missing layups is crazy.
All right. Thanks for watching the Put Over podcast. Make sure you give us a like, follow, and a subscribe. Make sure you put us over. Everything like that. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure you look out for the next episode. It should be out this following Thursday. We got Elimination Chamber reactions, what might be next, everything like that. We'll just go from there. Other than that, that's going to be it. I'm Michael.
I'm Andre.
Thank you for watching.
Shout out Jinder Mahal.